In this session, we will learn about probability. Alright? The probability is actually a very daunting yet interesting topics on GMAT. What happened with probability is during our school days, our teacher made it look so scary, right? The moment you think about probability, you get scared. Is it not? But let me tell you this, probability is something that we do every day in our day-to-day life, right? So let us simplify the probability and see how easy it is to do the questions on GMAT. Alright? Great. So when you talk about probability, you need to know two things. One, what are the total number of possible outcomes, right? So when any event occurs, there are outcomes, right? So we need to understand what are the total number of such possible outcomes. And then we also need to understand what are the total number of desired outcomes, the outcomes that we wanted. Okay, great. Let us understand this by doing a few examples. Alright, great. Now let's take a look at the events. Before that, first thing that we will do is total number of possible outcomes for the event. Okay, now let us say we toss a coin. So when we toss a coin, what are the total number of possible outcomes?
2.
2, right? And then let us say when we roll a dice, number from 1 to 6, what are the total number of possible outcomes?
6.
6, right? And then let us say when we pick a card from the standard deck of cards, what are the total number of possible outcomes?
52.
52, right? And then let us say when we pick a ball from the pack containing 8 blue balls, 6 red balls and 5 green balls. What are the total number of possible outcomes?
That is 19.
19, right? So these are total number of possible outcomes. Now let us see what are our desired outcomes are. Okay. Now let us say when we toss a coin, we need a head. So what are the total number of desired outcomes?
1.
1, right? And then let us say when we roll a dice, number 1 to 6, we need a 6. So what are the total number of desired outcomes?
1 again.
1 again. And then let us say when we roll the same dice, number 1 to 6, we need a prime number. What are the total number of desired outcomes?
3.
3. There are 3 prime numbers, right? 2, 3 and 5. So 3 possibilities, 3 desired outcomes. And then let us say I need an odd number.
3 again.
3 again, right? So we got 1, 3 and 5. 3 odd numbers from 1 to 6. So total number of desired outcomes are 3 again. And then let us say when I pick a card from the standard deck of cards, I need a king. So what are the total number of desired outcomes?
4.
4, right? So there are 4 kings in the pack of cards. Great. And then let us say when I pick a ball at random from the back containing 8 blue balls, 6 red balls and 5 green balls, what are the total number of desired outcomes?
8.
8, right? Great. So these are the desired outcomes. Okay. Now, then let's see what is the probability. What is probability here? Probability is nothing but probability is equals to number of desired outcomes upon total number of possible outcomes. That's all. That's a pretty simple formula here for probability. Okay. Now, let us try to find the probabilities of these events here. Okay. The first thing. So what is the when we toss a coin, what is the probability of getting a head?
1 by 2.
1 by 2, right? Great. And when we roll a dice, number from 1 to 6, what is the probability of getting a 6?
1 by 6.
1 by 6 again, right? Number of desired outcomes is 1 and the total number of possible outcomes is 6, 1 by 6. And when we roll a dice, number 1 to 6, what is the probability of getting a prime?
3 by 6, which is equal to 1 by 2.
Exactly. 3 by 6 is equal to 1 by 2, right? There are totally 3 prime numbers. The total possible outcomes are 6. So 3 by 6, that is 1 by 2. And what is the probability of an odd number?
That is also 3 by 6, which is equal to 1 by 2.
Exactly. So there is also 3 by 6 equals to 1 by 2. Fantastic. Now, so tell me, when I pick a card from the standard deck of cards, what is the probability of getting a king?
4 by 52, which is equal to 1 by 13.
Great. So 4 by 52 equals to 1 by 13. Right? Very simple, straightforward. Wonderful. Now tell me, when we pick a ball from the back containing 8 blue balls, 6 red balls and 5 green balls, what is the probability that the ball drawn is a blue ball? What is the probability of blue ball?
8 by 19.
8 upon 19, right? There are totally 8 blue balls on the back. So desired outcomes are 8 and there are totally 19 balls on the back. The total number of possible outcomes are 19. So 8 upon 19. Right? So this is the probability. All that you need to know about the probability is this basic formula. Right? Any question that is forcing you to go beyond this formula is an experimental question. You can just skip that particular question. Right? It is that simple. Okay. Now, if you also notice here, all the probabilities are greater than 0 but less than 1. Right? So, probability of any event always lies between 0 and 1 inclusive. Alright? Is that clear?